Hello everybody and welcome back to Middle-earth. This is Count MRVHS with our second episode of our Dwarves campaign, and we are going to attack Moria. See what we are facing here. The odds are in our favor. There's a lot of units here, kind of a mix actually, a few mannish hillmen levies, some wargs it looks like, and a couple of units of hill trolls. So these guys are going to be the big challenge. However, I think fighting them in the streets might be better than fighting them on a sally battle. Usually I've done sallies with this particular fight. So what we want to do is find a good spot to put the tower, and I guess this would be it. Although, yeah, the gates are right there. So let's see. I don't know that I want these guys to be pushing the towers. I only built 2. I'm wondering if that was a problem. Let's see. I know it may seem crazy, but I'm kind of thinking the Durin's Guard might be the best option. 47 defense, 32 attack. I mean, that's really good. 32 attack. And the long axes are great, but I don't think they're going to be great on the walls. So I will use, let's see, my heir, I think. And this Iron Hills guy. I'll see how this works out. I have not done this. This could be a disaster. Let's make sure they are firing at will, because there are definitely some orc units here. Now these are not terribly worrisome. These are, though, these orc champions. So I'm going to want to get backup over there for sure. Here I think we'll be a bit better off. Some orc champions here, though. This is a new settlement map, of course. I mean, it's not new for this version of the mod, but this is a custom map, I should say, made by Weba84. He did the custom settlements for the mod. There's the Dwarven settlements get this map. The Elven settlements, although I don't expect we're going to see any in this campaign. The Elven settlements have a unique map as well, and there are a couple of unique Dunedainic settlements. And then, of course, you've also got Minas Tirith with its own. What are they doing? Interesting. Well, I'm not going to charge in, guys. See the trolls in the background there. Alright, so I don't think they took any losses approaching the walls, either of them, so I'll feel free to send those guys out. Dwarven axes and the warhammers, I think I'm going to keep back. The long axes as well. We'll hope that these guys can take the walls. Okay, great. I really want to get them all down here. Doing pretty well so far. Orc band is just really a spear unit, essentially. But we do have these orc champions. So the orc champions are effective against armor. They can war cry, which is why you can see some of my guys taking losses already here. And I'm a little concerned about this family member because he is right in the thick of it. So I think I want to send in the Dwarves of the Iron Hills. What a great looking model, too. Alright, I want get these guys up on the walls. Okay. And the other thing is there's just a lot of them, so this is going to be harder than I thought. Now, you know, if they're going to just stand there, my long axes are pretty tough. I may... Let's do it. Let's just run up to the front gates and see if we can get in that way. Right, it says we're winning easily, but a little worried about all these orcs. Nice. We are cutting them down. If we can start getting them to rout, of course, that'd be great. Don't run, don't run, don't go, don't go. All right, good. I think we can start to get in here. I don't think we took any losses approaching the gates. These guys are tough. Really losing out here. I think what I'm going to do is run my general or the family member back a little bit if possible. Whoops, I selected the wrong guy. You halt. Jeez. This is my heir. Let's not lose him, please. Get this guy out of the way. Doors of the Iron Hills. Can try to deal with the Orc champions, and hopefully I won't lose my family member. Alright. I think it's just a matter of time, and we're going to win the gate here. Although they've got a bunch of other units set up in the back, in addition to some trolls. Now I'm most worried about this guy. If he can hold out just a little bit, and he's not in the thick of it, he's just right there. I think what we're going to do is run him back and let the axe throwers deal with it. Oh no, who'd we lose? This guy, shoot. Alright, well... Let's capture this tower anyway, and then we'll send him back in the fray.
Our warriors have driven the enemy from his own walls. The way to victory is open.
Alright, we didn't capture the gate yet. We're going to have to get up on the walls to do that. Send him away. Hopefully this won't end horribly. I would like to keep the heir around because I would like a governor in Moria. Alright, similarly, we'll send him to capture this tower. Haven't lost a single dwarf out of either of these units of long axes. Alright, let's get the Durin's Guard back in the general vicinity here. Okay, how are we doing for Orc Champions? 17 of them here, but we've got a whole other unit, or 2 or 3 coming, so... This is not a cakewalk. They've got some archers trying to shoot at us. do have these guys. Couple warhammers, couple axes, another unit of axe throwers, and my general. And then I've got these two mercenary axemen that are just really for, I don't know, garrison duty. These guys look like they're doing fairly well. We get some orc champions to rout, which is always very nice. Dwarves of the Iron Hills not doing so well yet. Well, they've taken out a lot of orc champions, but they are taking losses. Looks like my axe throwers are throwing at something. Hopefully we're not causing friendly fire. Okay, the orc champions are now running, or routing, rather. You can see the size differential there between the orc champions and the lesser orcs. Alright, we are getting close to being inside the settlement, and there's some trolls in the background. Some warg archers, so that looks like where the general is back there. Alright, they just threw in some more orcs, but we're doing quite well at the gate. Okay, these guys threw all their axes, so let's send them forward. Oh, wow. Getting torn up by these orc champions. Alright, I think this side is going to be pretty straightforward. We should be able to handle all of these guys, clear out the walls, and capture the gate. Oh no. Trolls. Just see them in there. Okay, now we're taking losses, but hopefully they are too. Although not yet. Alright. Focus on the trolls, everybody. Oh, man. Oh. Wow. They're doing great. Come on. Okay, took out one of them. 11, 10. Okay. Jeez. Meanwhile, my long axes are just destroyed. I was hoping to save them to deal with some of the wargs. Alright. 9 hill trolls. 8. Some of these guys are routing away. Oh my gosh. 7. Ugh. And every time they die, they fall on you. I mean, that's the other thing. Down to 5. This is a very expensive way to kill hill trolls. But we just don't have. Come on, guys, get in there. Don't have the archers. That's the sort of preferred way of dealing with them. Just shooting them down. Oh, are we kicked out? The gate? Okay, they're routing. Let's go in. Okay, good. Okay, let's quickly see if we can get up the walls here. Can we do that from inside? Oh, they're gonna catch us. Shoot. Well, I think these units are gone. We're gonna get there. Looks like we've got through most of the difficult units on this side too, so before long we're going to get the gates. I know there's another unit of hill trolls inside there as well. Okay, so what do I want to do? Send in my general while the gates are open? Yeah, let's do that. Right, it seems kind of foolish, but why not? Oh, we got the gates. Oh, that's wonderful. Alright, let's send them down in then and fight. The gates are ours. Alright, this is only a matter of time over here. And over here as well. We don't have these towers yet. They could still be shooting at us, but let's concentrate everything on those orc blades. Oh, looks like we got one of the towers. You guys have routed, so that's very good news. And these guys have got nowhere to run either. Great. Okay, so this is just a mess at the gates. Oh, looks like some trolls are going berserk back there. Let's take a closer look. Alright, so here are some warg archers that are the general unit. And hopefully this guy's going to cause some trouble in his own ranks. Yep, there they go. Oh, so great. Throwing those orc blades around. Running amok. Now this bridge here is the only way into the center of the settlement. And probably the quickest way is to go around here. Follow this road up to the plaza. So it looks like in there they've got some trolls and some levies. Not much else, though, so I think we've dealt with the majority of what they have to throw at us. These guys are really not a problem. But I should send one of these units around. What's the most beat-up unit here? Oh, let's send the Dwarves of the Iron Hills around. We'll just collect the towers, pretty much. And the other guys... Other guys are going to have to go down by the gate. And what's this? Just 7 of these guys. We'll bring them all over. Some warg riders here, but they're pretty chewed up. And these guys will be annoying to catch. We don't have any archers, but we don't need to catch them. We need to win the plaza. Turning into a rout. least chase him back. Some orc raiders are coming, but I'm not too worried about them. Bring everybody up here. Don't want the trolls to show up out of nowhere, though. It looks like they've actually caught these warg archers. I didn't expect that. Bridges and cameras in Rome Total War don't always get along. Alright, not too threatening here. There they go. So we got orc raiders. My guys are getting tired. But these orc raiders are pretty much the lowest possible orcs you can train, so we do have a lot of numbers. We should be fine. Towers yet. Guess we did. Very good. So that means the towers won't be shooting in at us as we head over there. Okay, so now it's just a matter of proceeding to the plaza and not having the trolls murder us. March just at normal speed, I guess. Try to reserve our stamina somewhat. Alright, here's some hillmen levies. These are Manish troops, of course. Not too threatening. They're already wavering. The thing about the dwarves is that they're slow. On the battlefield, you're pretty much the slowest unit, so any Manish unit is going to be faster than you. So you have to find ways to corner them or force them to come to you. Or find some mercenaries that provide mobility. So again, that's one of the nice things about any mercenaries you can recruit, because they're all going to be Mannish, and they're all going to be faster than your dwarves. So these Woodman Mercenary Axemen, they're good for chasing routers, basically. Now, I'm not using them here because I want to hold on to them for garrison purposes, but if you're fighting a field battle, you want to hold these guys back, almost like you would light cavalry, and then try to chase down some of the routers so they don't just regroup. And eventually you can train things like your dwarven bows in some places, but you can also train catapults, which are really helpful. So we will get a look at those in a little bit. Right, this is going to go right up almost to the bitter end, it looks like. You have to be a little careful because these trolls could make short work of my general. So I'd kind of rather hang out here and just not get them fighting until all my other troops come up. Move those axe throwers back because there's not too many of them, and honestly I think the dwarven axes are going to be well, there's more of them and they're easier to retrain and they're cheaper and so forth, so I think they might be better for what I'm asking them to do. They are very tired though. So just destructive. Alright. Haven't lost anybody yet. Oh my gosh, and they tore through them much faster than I anticipated. We're not getting any losses yet. 11, okay. Killed one. I don't know if this rally does anything if troops are not currently routing. I would like to think that it provided a little morale boost, but I don't know. We got 8 of them left. Okay, so they are... I bet that's the Warhammers doing the damage there, but now they're just getting destroyed. Alright, let's send in the... send in everybody, I guess. 4 of them. Now let's send in Durin. Durin of Erebor. Alright. Yes, yes, we'll end it there. That's good. Oh my gosh. Alright. We didn't quite lose half of our troops, but we did lose a lot. Of course, a lot of those Durin's Guard would be coming back, but actually some of them will not heal because we did lost the family member itself. A lot of Dwarves of the Iron Hills coming back, which is very good. All right. Dwarodelf. Very nice. We'll occupy that. Now, we got a wonder. This is Durin's Stone. Right there. It's got a little campaign symbol there. It's also right near the Mirror, Khaled Zaram, which if you are new to the mod, you may notice these little books floating around. You just double-click them, the advisor pops up, and it just gives you a little bit of background to it. So that wonder is Durin Stone. Very loud wonder music, as is typical. And, oh, we got a retinue. Dwarven Veteran for Durin of Erebor. So +4 morale, 10% decrease to troop training costs, and +2 command when commanding infantry, which will be 100% of the time. And Hilding of the Iron Hills had a heroic death. But, fortunately, we do have our heir still. And we've got our faction leader as well. Now, they're both mature, but these guys are... We don't have ages written down as numbers in the mod because we've got men, you've got dwarves, and you know, it'd be kind of weird if all the dwarves died off at age 60 or whatever. So what instead we represented the age through traits, and so men have traits that gradually get them worse, gradually get worse as they age. Dwarves and elves don't. Of course, they still die, quote unquote. But that's represented in different ways. Okay. So we're going to build provincial pacification there, and our income is going to begin to increase. Another thing we may want to do, and we may end up being at war with Tharbad, actually, because you see just to our west, there's a settlement of Eastern Holland. It's got gemstones, which are a precious trade resource. And there's just a settlement, the ruins of Austin Evil here. We can't really do anything with this. It's essentially a fort with no walls. It's just ruins. But it does give us some income. It allows us basically to use this resource and do a bit of trading. So we're probably going to want to get that. All right. Let's maybe see if we can do a little bit of campaign stuff, end the turn, and then we'll probably call it an episode. But you can see we're making over 7,000 currently. So now that we've got Moria, it's time to think about other things. If I build hosting halls here, I'll get long axes and then siege ballistas. Now ignore that. That's just a virtue of me looking at the hosting halls before they're actually built. Siege ballistas are not just ballistas. They are in fact what you might call catapults. They are structured a little, constructed a little bit differently, but they're a very, very good unit, and that's what I will want to build at some point. Let's see if I can see them there. Yeah, see, sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't. It's just a hard-coded thing. Okay, so these are great. Now, I don't think I want to make them in Nerig's. Actually, maybe I do. And he got a Master Dwarven Stone Right. So this is a great ancillary to get. And you can see that the difference between making hosting halls here, 5,600 versus here, 3,800 is almost 2,000. So things are just a lot cheaper. I'm going to go ahead and do that because I would like shield breakers. These are a sword and shield unit, very good defense. They can form the tortoise, the testudo, essentially. 4079. Still got 4,000 to spend. All right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and go for metalsmith workshops in the Iron Hills. This allows us to increase the construction speed. And when we get the second level, it'll be an increase for every place that we own. So that is going to be a very nice bonus, and we'll be building very cheap, very quickly, all over the place. Alright, Rune is extorting us for cash. Absolutely not. We're not going to give in. But that is a nice little warning that I should start training some troops in Nereg Zagil. Alright, I think I will take this husband. He's an adept governor, competent commander, energetic and intelligent. So where's that? Hollow Bold. Very good. It's always good to have a second governor, especially for the dwarves, because it's so hard to move governors around. But that is something we will have to give thought to. How do we link up our realm if we want to bother with that? Alright, Tharbad is attacking a Dunabar, which is fine. I guess. That's going to help the balance of power in the region, but we have to make sure Tharbad doesn't get too big. Alright, making 9,000 a turn, so you see our income is gradually increasing. Alright, let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead with hosting halls there, so we can get shield breakers over here, and also those siege ballistas. While we're doing that, I'll go ahead and train a unit of warhammers, and we'll think about expanding up in the northwest. Okay, both of these guys are kind of bad governors, but not a lot we can do about that. It's kind of hard to get people down here. We may consider, let's see. If we make this our capital, no, our income is worse, 796. So Erebor is going to be our capital for now. As we advance in other territories that do not sort of have affinity for us, we are going to think about changing the capital, because we're liable to experience a lot of unrest when we start to take over Mannish lands. Alright, and I said I was going to train here, so let's get going on that with some axe throwers. Those are very reliable all-around units. Alright, but I think we'll call that for an episode, folks. So, we got Moria. It's back in Dwarven hands, and we've got plans for expanding eventually. We're going to be building up our economy, of course, and then thinking about what the next route is for our expansion. If you have any ideas for that, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Thank you very, very much for watching. Have a great day, everybody, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.